everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. For today's video, I'm just going to be talking all about earning continuing education units as a medical assistant. I have done a ton of research on this and have a lot of great things to share with you guys. I do want to go ahead and let you know that it's probably going to be a really long video because there is a lot to know about CEUs, how to earn them, how to get credit for them, free ones, and everything like that. I will go ahead and leave timestamps in the description box for each category that I talk about in case you just want to skip ahead. I'm quite sure this could possibly be a record-breaking lengthy video for me. And for you guys, it's going to contain a ton of helpful information. And specifically, I'm going to be focusing on how to earn CEUs as an MA credentialed through the American Association of Medical Assistants, or the AAMA. And the credential that goes along with that is a CMA, which is a Certified Medical Assistant, which is what I am. So if you're credentialed through a different association, be sure to check out what they require. Most, if not all, have an FAQ page related to CEUs and earning them. And I'm sure that a bunch of the free CEUs that I mentioned can apply to you no matter which association you are credentialed through. If you guys have any more questions about earning CEUs as an MA, definitely let me know in the comments, or feel free to send me a message over on Instagram. My Instagram is always linked down below, and I will do my best to answer them. And I don't want this intro to be super long since I know it is going to be a lengthy video, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing you may be wondering is, what is a continuing education unit? And continuing education units are commonly known as CEUs, and they are essentially points you have to earn over a certain time period in order to recertify and hold your credential. Next is, when should you start earning CEUs? Now, there is no specific requirement in which you need to earn a certain number of CEUs each month or start earning them by a certain point. It's basically up to you when you want to earn your CEUs. You can do a chunk of them here, you can do a chunk of them there, but personally, I recommend to start earning CEUs as soon as you become credentialed because it is never too early to start earning them. Most associations have a certain number of CEUs you do have to earn, which I will talk about in a second, and you also have to earn them within a certain time frame. And I've always believed that the sooner you start, the less stressed you'll be when it comes time to recertifying. The last thing you want to do is wait until the last minute to start earning your CEUs. And something to note is that if you do not have the required amount of CEUs, you will most likely have to recertify through taking the exam that you originally took to become credentialed in the first place. I personally earned 14 CEUs within the first month of becoming credentialed. Next is, how often are you required to recertify? And specifically for the American Association of Medical Assistants, you do have to recertify every 5 years. Next is a big one, and it is, how many CEUs are you required to earn in order to recertify? And through the AAMA, you must earn 60 CEUs, and for each CEU category, you need to earn at least 10 CEUs. So the breakdown of that is, you have to earn 60 CEUs, 30 of which have to be broken down into 3 categories, meaning you have to earn 10 credits in the general category, 10 credits in the clinical category, and 10 credits in the administrative category. And then for the remaining 30 credits, it can be a combination of any of those 3 categories. The next one is a really important one, and it is, do you have to earn all 60 CEUs through the AAMA? And the answer to that is no. However, at least 30 of the 60 required CEUs must be earned through AAMA approved programs, which brings us to the next one, which is, which programs are AAMA approved? And on my list, I have 7 different programs that are in fact AAMA approved. Number 1 is through the CMA Today articles and quizzes. If you are a member of the AAMA, you automatically receive a subscription of a magazine called CMA Today, which is all about medical assisting, and you receive it every 2 months. And inside the magazine, there will be a specific article to read along with a quiz to go along with it that you can submit to earn 2 CEUs in the general clinical category. If you are not a member of the AAMA, you can go ahead and purchase the subscription separately. I will have a ton of links down below to everything that I am mentioning, but you are better off just becoming a member of the AAMA. Something people don't realize is that as a CMA through the AAMA, you do not actually have to be a member of the AAMA. You can simply just be a non-member. However, you end up paying a ton more money as a non-member. For example, you do have to pay for the subscription to CMA Today all on your own. And when it comes to earning CEUs that you have to pay for through the e-learning store, you will be paying more than a member would be. And memberships do cost money each year. It is known as your annual dues, and they are pretty affordable and they are worth it with the amount of money you end up saving. Another approved program is through AAMA self-study courses. These are courses that you can purchase, and a little note about that is that the self-study courses are going to be your easiest way of earning those 10 administrative credits you have to earn. I haven't found a single free admin CEU so far. If you know of one, definitely leave it in the comments down below. I personally think that the admin CEUs are the hardest to earn. Thankfully, you do only have to earn 10. The third approved program is through workshops at the AAMA annual conference, as well as workshops through state societies and local chapters. And the AAMA actually has information all about state and local chapters on their website. The fourth program is your CPR certification, which has to be done through the American Heart Association. The 2-year certification cards are worth 4 clinical CEUs, and during the 5-year period, your CPR cards can be submitted up to 3 times, giving you a total of 12 clinical CEUs. So I definitely recommend taking advantage of that one. The fifth way is through programs offered by the CDC, which the CDC has a ton of different CEUs you can earn for pretty much any medical profession. The sixth approved program is through the Smiles for Life oral health website. And lastly, the seventh approved program is the vaccine training e-learning activity through Within Reach. Moving on, another great question is, are there any rules when it comes to earning non-AAMA approved CEUs? And the answer to that is yes. The material must be medical assisting related in some sort of way, and you can earn 1 CEU for every 50 to 60 minute contact hour, and 2 non-AAMA approved programs that you can earn CEUs through are through Medscape, as well as freecme.com. Another really great and important question is, how do you receive credit for earning CEUs? And this is where it can get pretty complicated, so be sure to listen very closely. So once you do complete a e-learning activity or whatever you are doing, you will be given a certificate of completion, and with that certificate of completion, you do need to print it out because that is your proof in order to earn CEUs. I like to save and print these certificates, and I recommend actually printing 2 certificates so that you have a copy for yourself, and you will need to do something specific with the other copy, which I will get into in a minute. Something important that you need to do is check the dates that each program has listed, because most, if not all, programs require you to submit your certificate of completion within a certain time frame. And now getting back to what you do with the second copy of your certificate of completion is that you will need to send it to the AAMA, and before you do that, you will need to fill out a form titled Continuing Education Verification for Mail-in Applications. If you're doing it directly through purchased programs through the AAMA, it will automatically do it for you. You will not have to send anything in, but anything that is not from the AAMA website, you will have to submit this way. And with that form, you will need to send in your certificates of completion. And in relation to that, I do have some tips for when it comes to sending in your certificates of completion. The first one and most important one is to read all the instructions very carefully when you are filling out the form and sending all your certificates in, because if you do it incorrectly, you will not receive the proper credit you should be, and by the time that your certificate of completion has expired, you will not have a way of resubmitting your certificates to earn the credit for them. And when it comes to actually mailing them in, I highly suggest stacking them in the order that you write them on the application. It just makes it a lot easier for whoever has to go through them at the AAMA, and it is just something that if I was in charge of going through all of these certificates, is I would want that. So that is just something I do recommend. It's obviously not a must that you do, but I just think it's the nice and courteous thing to do. I also recommend including a letter in there. I always do, and basically in the letter I just put who I am, my ID number, and write that I am sending these in order to receive credit on my transcript for earning these CEUs. And I usually also put a little blurb that says, if you have any questions, feel free to call me or or email me, and I put my phone number and my email. And something to note is that each certificate you earn, you do not have to send in separately. You can send a whole stack in at once, as long as they haven't expired the time frame in which they need to be sent. And I personally send them through certified mail so that I can ensure that the AAMA does in fact receive my certificates of completion. Mail can easily get mixed up or not end up someplace that it should, and when you send a certified mail, you can opt to receive a notification that says the person on the other end did in fact receive what you had sent. And I always save those notifications so that if anything were to happen, I have a record of it. And I will go ahead and put the address right here on the screen as to where to send your certificates to, and I will also have it in the description box for you guys. Another commonly asked question is, do you have to pay to earn CEUs or are they free? And most CEUs you actually will have to pay for, especially the admin ones like I mentioned earlier. However, there are a few programs out there that offer free CEUs, which brings us to the next one, which is which CEU programs are free. So far I have found 3 programs that offer free CEUs, and the first one is through the CDC, which I mentioned a little while ago. And through the CDC you can earn a ton of different CEU credits, all of which are approved by the AAMA. 2 programs within the CDC that I recommend you do to earn CEUs are the Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorders program, which has 5 parts to it, and upon successfully completing each of these programs within the program, you can earn up to 6 CEUs in total, and they are not hard to do at all. Most of the ways of earning CEUs just require you to watch a video of a certain length and then answer specific questions. And to access the actual courses, you are going to go ahead and click Learn More on the right side of the Training and Resources page, and then go ahead and select each course from the list. Another CEU you can earn through the CDC that is a great one is the program titled Fostering a Culture of Immunization in the Practice, and this one you can earn 1 CEU for, and I believe it is in the clinical category, but I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't specifically say on the website which category it goes to, but I'm guessing it either goes to the clinical or general or applies to both. When you receive CEUs that apply to 2 categories, such as a general clinical CEU, you can actually go ahead and choose which category you would like to put it in. So for example, if you are lacking credits in the general category, you can apply the general clinical category to the general category, or just do the opposite if you are in need of clinical CEUs. And to access this course, follow the link that I have in the description box and click Foster a Culture of Immunization, which will be in the middle of the screen, and then scroll down to where it says download the module and download it. It is just a video you have to watch. Another free program that you can earn a significant amount of CEUs through is the Smiles for Life program, and through this program you can actually earn 8 CEUs, which is nice because that is a good chunk of CEUs you need, and literally all they are videos you have to watch and then answer a few questions on. And this is in fact one of the programs that you do specifically have to submit your certificates of completion within a certain time frame in order to get credit, and with this program it is specifically 8 weeks. And the last program that I know of that offers free CEUs approved by the AAMA is through the Within Reach Immunization e-learning activity, which specifically provides education on vaccinations to medical assistants. And upon successfully completing the Within Reach program, you will earn 1 clinical CEU. So to summarize it, if you successfully earn CEUs for all the free CEUs that I just listed, you will receive 2 CEUs in the general category, 9 CEUs in the clinical category, and 5 CEUs in the general clinical category. This gives you a total of 16 AAMA approved CEUs, which is more than half of the required 30 CEUs that you need that are AAMA approved, and it's also more than a quarter of the total amount of CEUs needed to recertify. So that is just a ton of information on how to earn CEUs through the AAMA. I really hope this helped some of you guys, and I will have an entire playlist of all my other medical assisting videos listed down below for you guys. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. While you guys are down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I upload new content regularly and would love it if you'd become part of our little family. Also be sure to hit the bell so that you are in fact notified every time I do upload a new video. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!